Hello and welcome to this edition of the Farrell Phelps Show with my guest today, Mr. Benny Andrews.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you
as well.
in person. I've gotten a little glimpse of your work for the upcoming film, Why Wait?
Yes, sir.
Now,
yes, sir.
you're the director
Correct.
of Why Wait?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Is this your first film?
This is actually my first film. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Now, the title is Why Wait?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Why Wait? Why Wait? We started in 2004 as a stage play. It did very great numbers. In some of the events, we only had standing room only.
Okay.
So, like I said, we've been with it for years. We took it on a couple of tours in the South.
Mm-hmm.
And I did very well, man. We had a few bumps in the road, but I was okay. So we decided to make it a film.
Right.
And at 2014, last year, in December, we decided to make it a film.
Yeah.
And here we are right now, September 26th.
Okay. A couple of days away from the premiere, right?
But Why Wait is it's about 3 high school students who were on fire Christians.
Okay.
Going into college. Candace, Malik, and Michelle. Malik and Michelle were in a relationship, being young and in love. Malik proposed to Michelle.
Okay.
In high school at a prom, and they all went to the same college. Once on a college campus, Malik was exposed to some
real life stuff.
Real life stuff. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, he was exposed to that, and it took him down a different path. So he did some things to for him and Michelle to break up, and
Okay.
it just took a toll from there.
Yeah. So I think, from what I'm understanding, number one, it's a faith-based film, right?
It's definitely a faith-based film.
Faith-based
Faith-
film.
See,
That's a
say that 3 times. Say that 3 times, bro.
That's one of them tongue twisters, you know. But so basically, what happens with this character is that the things that actually happen in our lives happens with these characters.
Exactly.
You know, when
Exactly.
you're a high school student, you're only exposed to so much. But when you get to a college or a university, you got this whole smorgasbord of things that you're exposed to,
Exactly.
and choices that you have to make. And I know for the parents who send their children off to school, they're certainly wondering if all that I've instilled in them will help them to survive
Exactly.
in that college life. But in the movie, some of those perils are actually taking place, from what I understand.
Exactly. Misnoted that over 75% of Christians who go off into college, that first year they lose their faith.
Okay.
So
Wow.
this is something that we're trying to target and get those ages between 13 and 24. So you can get them early, and also we can also catch them while they're there.
Absolutely.
Just to bring awareness to what goes on.
Yeah. I think that's great, And one of the things that I really like to see is when people are doing things that make a difference.
Oh yeah.
Not just doing something to do it, but doing things that actually matter. Doing things that can actually affect the lives of people when they witness or when they see this particular film.
Exactly.
And that's what you want to do, man. So I certainly commend you for doing that, brother, for real.
Thank you. Well, I can't take the credit. I definitely can't take all the credit. The producer, Leah Davis, who is a quiet storm. She doesn't like the camera, the radio, but she is an awesome writer. She wrote, like I said, she wrote this in 2004, based on some true events. Not that happened in her life, but events that she know about. It's a dedication to her brother, my uncle, Philip Davis.
Yeah, right. She did. She mentioned that to me when I talked to her the other day. She was telling me that it had to do with her brother to a degree,
Exactly.
As well, and things that have happened in his life, and so forth, which I think is really good, paying homage to to your uncle, her brother. I talked to her briefly the other day, and she was like, "I don't know if I want to be on camera, but I'll send Benny."
Yeah.
And Benny's the director, and he'll take care of this. He'll handle this, and obviously you're doing a wonderful job of handling it, just like she said you would. Yeah, so I know that there's something really big about to happen, on Saturday?
On Saturday, yes, definitely. We set out to have a red carpet premiere at the AMC Dunvale location.
Okay. Oh, Dunvale.
Dunvale.
Okay,
Yes,
okay. Actually, I was talking to a few people, and I was saying Willowbrook. I don't know why I was thinking Willowbrook down the street.
Yeah,
maybe because we're in the 1960 area. I'm just making that assumption, and we know it's just not safe to assume.
Exactly.
So it's at Dunvale.
It's at Dunvale.
Okay.
Like I said, we had the red carpet premiere at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So if you guys can make it, if you guys can get tickets, because they're almost sold out.
Okay.
Big props for that,
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone who bought the tickets.
Yeah. And you know, that's one of the things that you want to see take place when you host or have an event.
Oh,
you want to see it sell out, man.
Exactly.
You want to sell all the tickets that you can.
Exactly.
And not only are you selling the tickets, but actually you're giving people an opportunity to learn something.
Exactly.
To gain something, to grow from something, because the film is a positive film.
Definitely.
You know, and I think that's what the world needs now. More positive films, more positive things, more things that are Christian-based.
Exactly.
You know, of course we can't produce everything Christian-based.
Right.
That just would be unrealistic. But I think that it's important that we do that when we're actually producing a product such as what you're doing with Why Wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So after it hits the AMC Theater, what's next for Why Wait?
We set we have some college tours in date. We're gonna set for next year.
Really?
I'm gonna do a little HBCU tour.
Okay.
With the movie as well. We may do a couple more premieres in a few cities. My hometown, we definitely have to do one in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Let's give a shout out to New Orleans.
Okay. All right.
And, yeah, we definitely look forward to pushing this forward. We have a lot of other projects as well, but Why Wait right now this is our baby. This is our first one.
Yeah.
So we're ready to make this happen.
Yeah, man. So how long have you actually been working on Why Wait?
Like I said, well, you know, we wrote the play in 2004, and we've been working on it ever since. I mean, like I said, we've had some other productions in between.
Okay.
But Why Wait is just so relevant from then to now. So I definitely want to get that message across. And we've been, like I said, we've been doing it in plays and hitting different cities. But now I want to touch the world. So let's take it to film.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's excellent.
Well, this production company with Leah Davis is called This Rock Entertainment.
This Rock?
This Rock Entertainment.
Okay, okay. Now I'm going to make an assumption. This Rock. Is that faith-based as well?
Yes, you definitely know it's
Talk to me about The Rock.
Well, I don't. It's not necessarily my company. It's Leah Davis's company.
Okay.
But yeah, she that's what she named it after. That's a faith-based.
So it's basically scriptural.
Exactly. This Rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's rock this rock.
This Rock. This Rock Entertainment.
Okay, like this rock right here.
This rock, you know it.
Okay.
That's right.
Man, I think that's awesome. I love what you're doing. I certainly wish you tons of success with it. Now, how did you do the casting for this particular film? Are these also Houston talent, or? This
is some Houston talent and some New Orleans talent.
Okay.
As well. Yeah, we I took some of the original cast from Why Wait, who were with me in 2004.
Okay.
And some of them still have their original parts. Mr. Steven Sutton, you may catch him in films like Hurricane Season and a few other films that he has right now on Netflix. He's been with me since 2004. Chantrell DeMesme, who's playing Michelle, and Ashley Forrester, who's playing Candace. And we also have Mr. Derek Deal. Derek Deal is from New Orleans as well. But we have Houston's own Mr. Marcus D. Wiley.
Oh, Marcus D.
Wiley,
yeah. All right. I'm familiar with Marcus.
Oh man, that's a funny guy, man.
Yeah.
That's a funny guy on and off camera.
Yeah, Marcus can be quite hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So is there some comedy involved in this here, or is he playing a serious?
Well, this one, you know, he's a professor over there at TSU, so we got him to play the professor role. But
okay, got you.
He definitely had us cracking up on set though.
I believe that.
Oh man, Marcus.
So you got a little free comedy action. Huh?
Got a little free comedy out of Marcus, man. He's exciting, and his wife is also on our soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah, Miss Erica, beautiful song.
Yeah, it's a talented group of people.
Oh,
man, I'm excited to talk to you, and we're going to talk to you a little bit more.
Okay.
When we come back in just a moment with more of the Pharrell Phelps Show. You guys stick around. We'll be back. Welcome back to this edition of the Pharrell Phelps Show, where my guest is Mr. Benny Andrews. Yeah. For those of you that may be just joining us, Benny is actually the director of the new film called Why Wait. It actually premieres this weekend at AMC Dunvale.
Correct. The address is 2949 Dunvale Street. That's on the southwest side, zip code 77063.
And there you have it. Now, is there a website where they can find out information about what you're doing as well?
The website is www.whywait.com. Whywaitmovie.com, I'm sorry. Whywaitmovie.com.
Whywaitmovie.com. Now, you guys want to stick around. We have another guest. We have Mr. Shondo Blades from the hit ABC film or movie. I don't even know if it's not even a movie. It's a series called The Quest. You guys stick around so you can get to meet Mr. Shondo Blades in just a moment.
Cruze custom eyewear has taken the world by storm. In only 8 months, Cruze has gained the eyes of many, including celebs like Big Sean, Little Flip, Destiny's Child, Soulja Boy, just to name a few. Through custom designs, Cruze can put your imagination on your frames. I bring to you the next big thing in Houston, Cruze, created by Golden Boy, the musician, the artist, the entrepreneur, and grassroots marketing genius. Be inspired. Cruze, custom designed frames. Cruze.
All right, welcome back to this edition of the Phil Phelps Show. As promised, we have in the house Mr. Shondo Blades. Yeah, we're talking about Houston talent today, people that are in film and in the movie industry, and Mr. Shondo Blades is certainly one of those people. Shondo's in this hit series, The Quest, on ABC 13. Now, how long did that series last?
We shot that for about 7 weeks in Austria.
7 weeks in Austria. I know you got a lot of hype from that, The Quest, man.
I got a decent amount of hype.
You got a decent amount of hype from The Quest, bro. And you know, what was it like for you playing that type of character? When I saw you dressed up in the medieval type look or whatever that was, and I'm like, dang, how does dude do this and move around?
I was getting my Lord of the Rings on.
He was getting his Lord of the Rings on. Okay.
So it was cool, though.
Yeah, and you do an awesome job, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, you didn't start out in acting, though.
Nope.
You actually played football in high school.
Yes, I did.
Right here out of Houston, Texas. You came from Missouri City.
Sharpstown High School.
Sharpstown High School. What?
Plug.
Yeah, okay. He represented Sharpstown High School. And football was your thing.
Mm-hmm. Football was my thing. I actually got a scholarship in college. I started at quarterback 3 years in college. But then we got to the tail end of that, and it started to... The coaches were too in control for me. So I needed to do something where I was in control.
Oh, okay. So I guess you control. What's the other part of that? No. You just like the control thing.
I just like the control thing.
Okay.
But it doesn't end in freak.
I do
like the control.
See, I didn't say that though. I didn't say that. Shondo said that. And so you want to take your career by the helm.
Yeah.
Yourself, and so that's obviously what you did.
Right.
Now, you also got involved in MMA fighting, where I've seen you in the ring kicking butt, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, like for real.
Well, the way we got into that was, like I said, when we got to the tail end of football.
Okay.
It was like, I want to do something where I'm in control. So what I did was I looked on YouTube.
Okay. And
I started learning how to fight off YouTube.
Off of YouTube.
Shout out to YouTube, because you can learn anything on there. I learned how to bake a cake. I'm just saying. So I started learning that. I taught one of my teammates that had a heart problem. He couldn't play anymore.
Okay. Couldn't play football.
Couldn't play football anymore.
Okay.
And he was a pro prospect. He was pretty good. Brandon Murray.
Oh, wow.
Taught him how to hold hand pads. And, man, we just started going. And I went to my first fight. I didn't even have a coach, but we won in like 1 minute and 28 seconds by knockout. And then I just started rolling.
You know, it's amazing, and I say this all the time, it's amazing what you can do when you put your mind to something. And also when God is on your side with it. You know, a lot of times we have to just decide what it is that we want to do, and the things that we need will actually start to fall in place or start gravitating towards us.
Absolutely.
In order for us to reach our ultimate goal. And obviously that's taking place with you and what you're doing. Now, from the ring, beating people up and all that.
Right.
Yeah. I noticed you done kept your face, man, is on what they say, on fleek.
Am I on fleek
right now? I don't see no hands,
right now.
No cutting, no lean, nothing. How you keep? You so bad, you just keep them all the way, or how you do that?
Man, I try to keep my breath as stank as possible that way.
Oh,
no, man, I'm just joking. I've stayed out of harm's way, for the most part. You know what I mean? Usually the training is actually harder than the fight if you're pushing yourself the right way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you train hard, and usually the fight is, fairly easy.
Really?
If you train hard.
The fight is fairly easy. How many people could say that?
People that train hard.
People that train hard. Now, one of the things that I noticed about you as well, as I read your information and as I watched some of your clips, you always keep a very, very positive attitude, extremely positive, even with your postings.
Right.
I noticed that as well. What do you attribute that to?
Well, my mother, Tamara Lewis, she's a motivational speaker. So I was raised in a house where everything, the day wasn't just good, it was great. So we don't say, good morning is great morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we just infuse everything with positivity, and that's just how I roll. So every day is a day to get 1% better, and it's not just good, it's always great.
I saw that. I guess that was a post I saw yesterday that said that.
Okay.
Yeah, that said about the 1% better.
That's all I do. I just try to get 1% better.
1% better. Obviously, you're doing it, man.
I'm closing in on my percentages, man.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm really glad you made it, because we've talked about this before, Shondo and I, about the show, this, that, and the other. And you happen to be on a little small hiatus right now, perhaps, back in H-Town, and reached out to me and said, "Hey, man, I'm ready. Let's do this thing."
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Come on. So it was that simple. Now the quest was very successful,
right?
And there might possibly be a spinoff,
right,
from the quest.
Well, actually, there may be a season 2 for the quest, but what we got was the executive producers, Mark Ordesky and Jane Fleming, who are also the executive producers of The Lord of the Rings. We actually shot something where they're going to be basically pitching my own TV show. You know what I mean? So excuse the third person, but Shondo Blades will have
that. So these producers are actually pitching a show for Shondo right now. So in the near future, we might be able to see this brother, and they've actually done the sizzle reel for it, right?
We've already done the sizzle reel, and they actually started pitching it as of last Tuesday. So
last Tuesday. That is fantastic, man.
I'm excited.
Houston has a lot of talent that people just don't know about. Absolutely. And the purpose of this show is certainly to expose that talent that much further and let people know that we're in that game. We're in that LA game.
Yeah.
We're making some good things happen right here in the city of Houston.
Absolutely.
Man. Now, you also want to play a superhero.
Well, I think I'm a superhero already.
But
if they just feel me, then I guess they'll just be captured.
And the world would know. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
And obviously you stay fit, man.
I do a push-up every other 5 minutes.
A push-up.
Singular.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And I thought you were an honest man.
I'm honest every now and then.
So in order to stay fit like you do, so you have a regular workout routine.
Right. I just do. For me, I don't do anything in particular. I just do something all the time. I think the problem that people have is that they set up and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z throughout the week," and sometimes it's just insurmountable. So what I just try to do is I make sure I do something on a consistent basis, and I never waver, from there. So that's why it's easier to stay in shape. You stay ready to keep from having to get ready.
I say it all the time. I say it all the time. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Man, your attitude is off. You need to be a motivational speaker yourself.
Well, we actually.
No, see, that is right there.
I gotta plug it again.
Go ahead.
But the executive producers actually had me write a book full of motivational quotes.
Okay.
So the show has a following of people. It's called the Quest Army, right?
Wow.
Yeah. Fanatics over it. The same vein as the people that love Harry Potter and you know what I mean? The people that are willing to sleep outside in a tent for a book. That type of you know what I mean?
It's good to have that type of commitment with your fans too, man.
It's great, but they told me to write asked me more or less to write a book of quotes.
Okay.
So I wrote a book of 52 quotes that'll be coming out I think in the next 2 months, I do believe it is. So, you know what I mean? Just little things that we say.
That's that H-Town talent. That's that H-Town talent. We can definitely do it, man. We got a lot of talent right here in the city of Houston. We're going to talk a little bit more with Mr. Shondo Blades when we return. You guys stick around. We'll be back.
Cruze custom eyewear has taken the world by storm. In only 8 months, Cruze has gained the eyes of many, including celebs like Big Sean, Little Flip, Destiny's Child, Soulja Boy, just to name a few. Through custom designs, Cruze can put your imagination on your frames. I bring to you the next big thing in Houston, Cruze, created by Golden Boy, the musician, the artist, the entrepreneur, and grassroots marketing genius. Be inspired, Cruze. custom designed frames.
All right, we are back with Mr. Shondo Blades. I say it all the time, man. Houston has some amazing talent, and we have two talented brothers right here today that's doing it big in H-Town. We have Benny Andrews with the film Why Wait, premiering this Saturday at Dunville Theater. And we have Mr. Shondo Blades of the Quest ABC series. Now, you got more stuff coming up, man. Tell me a little bit more.
Well, in addition to the show that they're pitching, that show actually be called Swag School.
Swag School.
Yeah, Swag School. So basically, like me, the fans of the show, they weren't nerds, I guess you could say, but a lot of times these are, you know, people that are a little bit more introverted and stuff like that.
Okay.
Kind of need that little nudge to come out of their shell.
Yeah.
So that's what your boy is gonna provide. We're gonna go all across the country and find people. We have like, when I told people I was gonna do, I had like 500 different submissions of people that suffer from anxiety. Some people that, you know, didn't feel comfortable talking to girls. So we just gonna go around and just film us swagging out, having a good time, and just bringing people out of their shells. So that's that. And then also we have a martial arts film. I can't say the title of it just because you know how that goes.
I know how it goes.
But I'll be flying to Bulgaria to shoot that, and that'll be lasting like 4 weeks. I'll be shooting and kicking some butt out there.
Shooting and kicking some butt.
Wow.
You know, I want to say this. It ain't nothing like having some confidence. And this brother right here got some serious confidence, man. I think it's excellent. I'm gonna just rub me or just give me a little something, man.
I got you, brother. That's how you
give me a little something. I want a little bit of that myself, man. I think that's awesome. So you're gonna be going to did you say Bulgaria?
Bulgaria.
To shoot that one.
Yep. We'll be there for like a month and some change, probably, depending on how well I get my lines down. But I think we'll be there. I'm pretty good on my lines, though.
I believe that.
I'm pretty good.
Is there a particular way that you study?
To be honest with you, you know what I do? I read my script out loud. I don't know if I should be telling y'all this, but I'm
go ahead.
anyway.
Go ahead. Help somebody out.
I read my script out loud, like the parts where I'm interacting with people. I read it out loud, put it on the phone or the iPad, and then I just listen to it. So I know what you're gonna say, and I know what I'm gonna say. That way, the conversation seems organic instead of like, okay, you just said this. What the hell? And then it's like, you know what I mean? That's that's why people have to do several takes, because it doesn't look organic, the communication between the two people, because he's remembering his lines and he's remembering his lines, instead of it being an organic conversation, which is supposed to appear like on film.
Exactly. Organic and natural. Yeah.
Organic and natural.
It's teamwork.
Teamwork. Make the dream work.
Man, if you don't quit taking my...
I'm just saying.
Look,
did I take your turn?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I was just about to say, teamwork make the dream work. Oh boy, done took my little slang and I
saw it in your notes, so I figured that I'd jump on it for you.
A thief. So he a thief. He an actor and a thief.
I'm sorry.
Did in my notes.
I had to have it.
You had to have that.
It was written right there. I had to take it.
This boy's a mess. This boy's a mess. So how do people find out more about you, man?
Well, I make it real easy.
Make it easy for them.
Real easy for everybody. Everything is Shondo Blades. You get on Instagram, it says Shondo Blades. You get on Facebook, it says Shondo Blades. Twitter at Shondo Blades. And my website is www.shondoblades.
All right, y'all heard it for yourself from Mr. Shondo Blades. Houston actor that's doing it big. You know, it took a lot of guts, man, for you to leave H-Town and go to L.A. to make this thing happen, didn't it? Or not really for a man like yourself?
I mean, if you feel like something is your purpose that you're supposed to do, then I don't feel like it wasn't a risk to me. I got in the car and I drove straight to a hotel. Mm-hmm. And I told the guys at the hotel, here, look, I'll give you X amount of money and I'm just going to be here. And then while I was there, I got the audition for the ABC
The Quest.
And then we got it. So if you have if you feel like something is something that you're supposed to do, it's not a real big risk to me. Like, people would ask me how I fight people. It's like, you fight for your dream. So that fighting a person.
Wow. You know, the beautiful thing about today with both of my guests is that you guys can leave this show after watching it and be inspired to do whatever it is that you desire to do in your life. That you can chase your dream, chase your vision, become the person you want to be, just like Benny Andrews, just like Shondo Blades. You know, these are two brothers that are doing their thing. I'm sure it started small. And a lot of things start small, and then they grow into something much later. So in the process, we have to learn patience. And it's a blessing when you're able to do that, man. And you guys are both doing that. I commend you both. Now, we know how to get in touch with Brother Shondo Blades. We know how to get in touch with Benny Andrews. To get in touch with Farrell Phelps, simply go to my website, farrellphelps.com, or you can email me at let's talk about it 12tv@gmail.com. I almost forgot it. So that's ways that you guys can talk to me. And also we have a YouTube channel. Simply go to YouTube, type in the name Farrell Phelps. A list of our shows are right there for your viewing pleasure. Thank you so much for joining me on this edition of the Farrell Phelps Show. Until next time, we'll see you then.